There's a quote I heard by author Dillard that stuck with me ever since I heard it for the first time. And it goes, "How we spend our days is, of course, how we spend our lives. What we do at this hour and that one is what we are doing." I think we like to think of our lives as made up of the big events. You know, the ones where we get all dressed up, where we take the big flights, or where we have those big celebrations with cake, balloons, and all the good food. Of course, those are all amazing, the Instagrammable highlight reel of our lives in a way, but if you really look at the course of your life across the bigger timeline, you'll see it's really made up of the little things. It's the daily routines, the habits, and the tiny decisions we make every single day that compounds into the life we live. It ultimately affects our health, our mood, our productivity, and even our happiness. When I really started to think about the things I actually wanted in life and how I wanted to live my own every day, that's when I started implementing these daily non-negotiables. They help me live a more balanced life, or they just simply make me feel better every day. So let's get into it. Number 1 is water. Alright, so I know every wellness, habit, and self-improvement video you're ever going to see on YouTube and anywhere else is going to tell you to drink water. But it's because it's so much more important than you might think. I feel like I used to go the whole day without a sip of water because I considered coffee my form of hydration instead. And looking back, there was no wonder why I constantly felt foggy, cranky, and tired. So there's 2 things that are helping me get my water in. In the morning, I like to have it in the form of a greens drink. This video isn't sponsored, but I do genuinely drink this every day. And it's a way for me to get my water in because I like the taste, and I'm trying to do it before I drink my coffee. I also found buying a bigger water bottle with a larger volume and a straw, the straw is key, made it easy to almost gamify my water intake. I aim to drink at least 2 of these 40-ounce cups a day at minimum, and I'm not gonna lie, the straw alone makes it so much more easy for me to drink it. It feels great when I reach my goal, and overall I notice that I feel better, brighter, more energized, and even things like my skin are looking better. Number 2 is making my coffee. Okay, so honestly, one of the things that gets me out of bed every morning is making my morning coffee. To be honest, since I still work full-time most days and I'm not that much of a morning person, my morning coffee routine is usually a little rushed, where I throw it in my travel mug and drink it on my way to work. But on the weekends and days off like today, I love to slow down and almost romanticize my cup of coffee in the morning. I love the smell of the freshly ground beans, the sound of the grinder, even though it is a little bit severe. And now that we're in our new place, my favorite thing has been to just sit on the couch or lean on the balcony and just enjoy the natural sunlight with my coffee. I really only drink 1 coffee a day nowadays, maybe 2 on the weekends, so I just love to savor this before I get my day started. Number 3 is to have breakfast. So I've heard some advice here and there that you should always try to eat and hydrate before having your coffee in the morning, and even wait about 90 minutes after waking to do this to optimize your morning cortisol. And that's all from the dopamine dreamboat himself, Andrew Huberman. But to be honest, I have yet to adopt this habit. The one thing I am getting better at, though, is to make sure I eat breakfast within an hour of waking up. This is the new habit that I'm working on because of 2 reasons. One is that I used to do intermittent fasting, which really effed up my metabolism and my hormones. And 2, to make sure that I'm meeting my daily protein targets. Okay, so we've got 2 fried eggs, fried in butter, 2/3 of a cup of egg whites, so that's around like 32 grams of protein. I have some kimchi here for veggies, fiber, and some salty, spicy kick, banana, and blueberries for carbs, because we're gonna go work out after this. So according to my app, that is 25 grams of carbs, 14 grams of fat, 34 grams of protein for breakfast. Could probably do more carbs actually. I'm gonna have a piece like a toast or something. And I do usually eat it after my coffee, but I feel so much better now that I'm doing this. So it turns out for me that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Number 4 is skincare and sunscreen. Friends, I say it all the time, don't underestimate the power of a simple skincare routine. My skin used to look like this, and I spent hundreds of dollars trying to find every regimen and routine to fix it. But as soon as I simplified my skincare to about 3 to 4 products, and after seeing a dermatologist who prescribed me medication for my hormonal acne, my skin started to get so much better. If you struggle with acne before, then you know how much it can affect your self-esteem and your confidence. It sucks. Hello, we're gonna get ready to go to the gym. So I'm gonna do a quick little skincare, do something with this hair, and we'll go. I don't really wash my face in the morning, but I'm feeling a little greasy, so I'm just gonna use this La Roche-Posay Toleraine Dermo Cleanser. It's super gentle. If your skin gets really easily irritated, it will love this. It's just like really, really creamy, milky, and whenever my skin is super irritated, this is what I use. I'm just gonna do a little bit of moisturizer and sunscreen. Out of all my skincare though, sunscreen is my main non-negotiable. Because if you're spending thousands on anti-aging, peels, and all that, there's really no point to any of it without maintaining a good sun protection routine. I make sure I wear it every single day, regardless of whether or not it's cloudy, regardless of whether or not I'm going to the beach, and these are some of my favorites. Next is daily movement. Out of all the habits and non-negotiables I'll share with you in this video, this one has been the most life-changing for me. And no, it's not because I'm finally building a booty, that's just gravy. But after taking a rather aimless approach toward my fitness over the last few years, I was just getting really tired of how I was feeling in my own skin and my own inconsistency. So about 6 months ago, I decided to really start taking my fitness seriously and committed to going 3 days a week, no matter what. Bring the giant water bottle. Going to the gym, what are you gonna work, babe?
All of it.
All of it. I'm doing lower body. Woo. And you guys, I can't tell you how much this has changed my life. Not only do I feel incredibly strong and honestly really impressed by what my body can do and the weight that it can move, but I feel so much more energized, I'm sleeping so much better, I'm feeding my body the nutrition it needs, and I'm just happier. I never thought I'd be the person who got up on a Saturday morning to go to the gym, and these days I tend to schedule my work and my social life around the gym. And that's because it's my non-negotiable. It's challenging, it's fun, it's social, and I just like to see how much stronger I'm getting every single week, so I'd rather not miss it. Next is hitting my daily protein targets. Since I've been a lot more active these days, I've also been keeping track of mainly my protein intake so that I can reach my goals, which is building muscle and strength. Just got back from the gym, that's the dryer going in the background, and I'm gonna make some food. I need to make some rice because there's no carbs to go with the fish that I'm gonna have. So let's do it. Let's get cooking. So I've made eating healthy but with intention a non-negotiable. This doesn't mean I don't indulge though, but it does mean that about 80% of the time I'm eating in accordance with my macros, making sure to hit my protein targets every day. I try to do this as much as I can with whole foods, but I do use things like protein shakes and protein bars to supplement if I need to. That's gonna take a little while, so in the meantime, I'm gonna have a protein shake. This is just to make sure that I'm hitting my protein goals. It actually tastes good, it's not bad. This is the one I use, ATP Lab, not sponsored. This is just to make sure that I am actually reaching my everyday protein goals, because sometimes I don't wanna eat 7 ounces of chicken in one serving, and it actually tastes good, so. So this is fish that I made yesterday. And I am weighing out my food right now because I have certain goals in terms of my protein that I don't know what cupboards are what yet in this place. I have certain protein goals that I want to hit, so I'm just tracking that so I can get familiar with like portion sizes and what's what. And it's really eye-opening if you start tracking and you can have a healthy relationship with it. It's like really interesting to like assume what you were eating versus actually seeing in real life the amount you eat. And for me, I was way under eating for a long time. So it's kind of fun, I get to eat more. And I'm not in like a calorie deficit or anything. I'm just keeping track of what I'm eating and making sure I'm just reaching those macro targets so I can lift heavy at the gym every time I go. So here I have steamed broccoli, brown rice, trout. I'm probably gonna put sriracha all over this. And that is lunch. If you want a video on what I eat in a day in my gym routine, leave me a comment below and give this video a like to let me know. But with my eating, I really feel how it is transforming my body, and I also noticed a massive difference in my mood and energy. I just feel so much better and satisfied, where I don't have to demonize any particular food or food group. I don't have to restrict myself, and I don't even have to fight against intense cravings for junk food or takeout nearly as much as I used to. Getting dressed every day. Honestly, getting dressed is one of my very favorite non-negotiables. I used to always feel like I needed to wait for a special occasion to wear my best clothes, but the daily habit of getting dressed has really squashed that limitation for me. It's opened up the potential in my wardrobe. My clothes are getting the wear I intended for them to get the day that I bought them, and it's just fun. But don't get me wrong, I do love a good leggings moment, and when I leave the house, I do usually look like this because I'm on my way to the gym. But beyond that, I love to play dress up. It just makes me feel better. It makes me feel like I can get my day started, and it's something that feeds me creatively and energetically in a way that I never thought it would. So get dressed, it's fun. And finally, it's budgeting daily. If you're new to my channel, then you may not know that I used to be a full-blown shopaholic and in over $120,000 of student loan debt that I could never really get out from underneath of because of my terrible spending habits and my toxic relationship with money. One of the things that really helped me heal my avoidant nature with my finances was by learning to budget. It's one of the main tools that helped me get a clear understanding of where my money was going and why it was going there. I wrote my very first budget almost 4 years ago now, and it's still something that I do every single month without fail. I write my budgets at the beginning of the month and then track my actual spending every single day. This is basically a reflex now where it doesn't take much discipline for me to do it because it's basically on autopilot at this point. And I will say that my spending is pretty similar each month, so it's fairly simple to stay on budget for the most part. If you've never budgeted before, I have a video on how to do it right here. I know it sounds boring, but believe me, it can change your life. So those are the 8 daily routines and practices that I consider non-negotiable in my life. Of course, life can get in the way, but for the most part, I do my best to stick to these routines because I know how good they are for me, and more importantly, how good they make me feel. If you watch this video to the end, leave me a coffee emoji in the comments. It is one of my daily non-negotiables after all, and let me know what yours are down below. If you like this video, it would mean so much to me if you give it a thumbs up. It is one of the best ways you can help support me and help this channel grow. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. I'd love to see you back. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next Sunday. Love ya. Bye.